So from where we have to start today? Let me open this stuff. I think we have to do the multiple steps today, right? See, learning of some more multiple stages in release pipelines. Multiple stages in release pipelines. So I'll just open the study material here for DevOps. Okay. I'll open the DevOps portal here. Okay. This is the DevOps portal I'm having. Okay. So I'll go to here, page number 67. Right, page number 67, right? Learning of some more multiple stages in release pipeline. So what we have done in our last class, okay, we have deployed or hosted our .NET web application on single stage or on single environment. That is what development environment. That is what a development environment we have deployed. Okay. So what happens here? Sometimes in your project, okay, sometimes in your project, you will be asked, okay, you will be asked to, okay, host or deploy the application, okay, on multiple environments also, or multiple stages as well. Multiple environments or multiple stages is one of the same thing. What is that mean? That means that they will ask you to deploy first on dev, then if it is succeeded, then QA. If it is succeeded here also, then prod. Like this, they will ask you to do. Okay. So this demo is also going to be very big demo, guys. Very big demo. So what we'll do here, first we'll deploy in dev. Then if it is succeeded in dev, we'll deploy in QA. If it is succeeded in QA, we'll deploy in prod. Prod is the main environment. Prod is the main environment, and directly you will not deploy in prod. That is not as per the protocol. We'll go step by step. Dev is the lowest environment, then we are having QA, then we are having prod. Step by step we'll go. Correct? Sometimes they will ask you to do one by one. Sometimes they will ask you to deploy dev and QA in parallel, in one shot. Sometimes in some projects, okay, clients will ask you to deploy, in dev and QA in one shot or in one go. Okay, if it is succeeded, both in dev and QA, then deploy in prod. And when you are deploying in prod, okay, if you want, you can set up here the permissions also. You can set up here the permissions, like your client architect or your solution architect, someone like this set of permissions also you can set up here. That is also an option you are having. Fine. So what we'll do now, we'll start this demo for multi-stage release pipeline. This is the complete theory, guys. This is the complete theory. If you want only the steps, see, these are the multiple stages: development, QA, and prod. So if you see this structure, how it is happening in this structure, okay, all three are running in parallel. All three are running in parallel. This will also run in parallel. This will also. Okay, I'll show you multiple structures. Okay, practically when I show you, it will be much more clear to you. All this is theoretical information here. If you want only the steps, purely the steps you want, then you can see here. Steps to implement the multi-stages in release pipelines with approvals. with approvals. Okay, this demo is also going to be very big, guys. So these are the steps here. See, these are the steps we are having here. See, multi-stage release pipeline. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, okay, step 6, step 7, step 8. Okay, all these steps we are having, we'll do step by step. So what I'm saying here, first step is deploy 3 VMs in Azure portal. 3 VMs you are deploying means one VM will be development environment, one VM will be QA environment, one VM will be prod environment. Okay, so for that, I should be having active subscription with approval from Microsoft to do these demos. Please be very clear. Okay, fine. So active subscription, definitely you have to have active subscription. You have to have in dev.azure.com, also in portal.azure.com. In both these, you should be having an active subscription with approval from Microsoft. Please understand this. I have been telling this from the first class. What I was saying from the first class, that as an DevOps engineer, okay, we are going to work on both the portals, and in your real-time projects also, it is going to happen like this only. Okay, fine. So what I'll do, I'll go to this portal now, portal.azure.com, and I'll create 3 servers here. 3 servers, 3 VMs I'll create. Okay. In our last class, we have created 1 VM, right? And now today we are going to create 3 VMs. So for that, I'll go here. I'll say portal.azure.com. Okay. Okay. So Kumar, this is your account, right? Yes, this is Kumar's account. So Kumar, one request I'm having. See, I have told this earlier also. Okay. Once you finish your lab, this is applied to everyone, not only to Kumar. This is applied to everyone. Once you finish your lab, please delete the resource group. Delete the resource group immediately. Delete the resource group immediately. Okay. You are using the resource group name for VM. Acha, okay. Okay, fine. I'll use this VM as of now. Okay. But going forward, I am telling it to this to everyone in the class. Delete the resource group. Okay. So you have stopped the VM. I'll start the VM. I'm starting the virtual machine. Just click here on the start button. See, here it is showing you in the notifications that virtual machine is getting started. Okay, let it get started. You have taken 8 GB memory to virtual CPUs. This is fine. Where you have deployed this in East US region. Okay, see my cursor, guys. Continuously watch my cursor. Where I'm going, what I'm clicking, what I'm seeing. Okay, all this seems good. Now the VM is running for me. Okay, fine. Yeah, that is okay, Kumar. So what I'll do, 3 VMs I'm going to create now. First would be the dev one, second would be QA, third will be prod. So dev VM one is ready for me. Okay, Kumar has created already. Thank you for that. Okay, I'm going to use this VM only. Okay, see the status of the VM is showing running. Previously, the status of the VM was stopped. This was stopped. But what I have done, I click on the start button. I gave some 2 minutes time and the VM status is changed to running now. Perfectly all right. What I'll do now, I'll click on create. I'll say here Azure Virtual Machine. I'll say here Azure Virtual Machine. I'm going to create one more VM here. Okay, I'll give the VM name as QA. Okay, quickly I'm deploying one more VM here. Okay, this will be my QA VM. Okay. See, everything you have to notice, guys. Everything you have to notice. What is the password Kumar has given? Kumar, this is the password you have given for dev VM. Okay, fine, fine. RG, anything I can take, Kumar. RG is not a problem here. I can take any RG. Okay, this is the password you have given. Okay, okay, right. Thank you. So for dev VM, this is the password. And for QA VM, I'll give the same password. No problem. I'll give the same password. Okay. Rest of the things, I'm just leaving it to default. I'll go ahead and I'll create the virtual machine. I'm creating the second virtual machine here. Okay. This is second VM I have created. I'll get the third VM. I'll give the same password even for my third VM also. Okay. So this VM is getting deployed here. Hold on for a minute. Okay. I'm just creating a new VM again. Okay, see, QA VM is in progress and I'm going to deploy one more VM here. That will be my prod VM. I'm saying a prod. See here, already I'm having this VM in East US. This VM in East US, this VM also we have deployed in East US. Now, if I deploy my prod VM also in East US, it will show me an error. It will say that, boss, okay, you are having a free trial account. You cannot deploy more than 2 VMs in same region. It will throw me an error. That's why what I'm doing, I'm changing the region to East US 2. I'm changing the region to East US 2. Okay, fine. Notice this single small things only give you a lot of knowledge. Okay, fine. Then I'm saying here 8 GB 2 virtual CPUs. Okay, I'll say here prod. Okay, I'm giving here. I'll give the name as prod. Okay, I'll take this two. Rest of the things I'll just leave it to default. I'll deploy this VM. This is my prod VM. This is the QA VM. This is going to be the prod VM. One negligent. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just go here and I'll log into these VMs. I'll come to home. I'll click on virtual machines. See, now the 3 VMs are in progress. Okay, dev is running, QA is also running, and prod is getting created. Just hold on. Meantime, what I'll do, I'll just connect to these VMs. I'll connect to these VMs one by one. Okay. Okay. I'm just connecting to these VMs one by one. Okay. Carefully, you have to connect to the VM. So this is the password we have given. Okay, let this VM get connected. Then I'll take next QA. This is the password. We have given the same password for all the three VMs for the convenience to log in. Then the last one, prod VM. Prod VM is still getting deployed. Okay, it completed. See, deployment is completed. Come here and just take a refresh. If you do the refresh, this status will get changed. It will show as running now. See, means the VM is provisioned successfully. Now this VM is ready to connect. Okay. Connect this VM. Okay. All the three VMs we have connected. See here, dev, QA, prod. Fine, this is our dev VM. So I'll just make a window like this. This is my local laptop. This is my Azure Cloud Server, dev. Okay. This one is what my QA server, QA Cloud Server. And this is going to be my prod. This is what my prod server. So what I'll do now, I'll come here to my DevOps. I'll go to the organization. I'll go to this project, practice project. I'll click on the pipelines. I'll say here deployment group. I'll delete this deployment group. This is the yesterday's one. I'm deleting it. Okay. And I'll say here new. I'm saying here same development deployment group. Description, you can pass anything here. Okay. Creating this deployment group for dev server. Okay, click on create. Same, yesterday steps only. Copy this one, come here, come here. Oh, carefully open the PowerShell here, not here, not in your local laptop, here. Okay, say here, PowerShell. Just type here PowerShell, it is searching for it. Okay, right click, run as administrator. Paste the entire code, hit enter here. Okay, let it be, let it be. Peacefully let us go. Don't be hurry worry. Same way what I'll do, I'll create one more deployment group for my QA. Okay, these releases also, these are yesterday's releases. These are yesterday's releases. I'm just deleting these releases. Okay. I'm saying here, okay. All the releases got deleted. I'll go to the deployment group. I'll create one more deployment group here with a name called QA underscore DG. Creating this deployment group for QA server. Copy, come here. This is your QA server. Come down and search here for PowerShell. Okay. I'll just say here PowerShell. I'll paste this code. Okay. This is my QA deployment group, and hit enter. Okay. Now I'll proceed this one. Keep entering means you are passing the default values. All many things it will do. It will scan for the agents. It will register it. Many things it will do. Just keep entering. It means it will taking the, you are taking the default values. This is done. Same applies for QA and prod. So I'll just come here. This is a little confusing, and especially for new learners. So little be careful here. Okay. And I'll say here prod DG, creating this deployment group for prod server. Okay. Say here PowerShell. Right click, run as administrator. This is prod. Copy this script, come here, and then right click and paste. Same applies to here also. So what we are doing, we are making the deployment groups ready. Okay. So here dev and QA are ready. Dev and QA is ready online. Now the prod is in progress. Okay, it is see scanning for tool capabilities, connecting to the server. Okay, tags and all, testing agent connections. Lot of things it will do. Just pass all the default values by keeping entering here. Done. This is completed, successfully done. Now what I'll do, I'll come here for my satisfaction. It should come online here for prod also. Super. 3 are done. Now what I'll do after this one, I'll go to the release pipeline. I'll say here a new pipeline. I'll say here a new pipeline. I'll click here on this artifact. Okay. And I'll say here build. I'm going to consider the latest build, what we have done yesterday, day before yesterday, practice project. And this is the build we have done. Right. And then say here add. Say here add and stage, type here IIS, because compulsorily you have to deploy IIS website in your server, then only you can access your web application. I'll give the name as what? Dev. I'm giving the name as what? Dev. I'll say here one job, two task. Fine. Stage name dev. Fine. And website name, I'll say here Naresh web application. Naresh web app. I'm just giving here any name you can give for your website. And this name you are going to see inside your server, in your cloud server, basically. Okay. I'll say here add bindings. I'll take here port number 81. Okay. Then next IS deployment, I'll take here devdg. I'm designing what? Development stage. That's why I'm taking here devdg. Carefully, you have to select here, guys. Carefully, you have to select. Okay. And then I'm setting up the time slot for the pipeline executions. Okay, all these things I'm setting it up. Then I'll say IIS Web App Manage. I'll say here enable IIS. Okay, and all the rest of the things is fine. Okay, and then I'll say here save. Just say here okay and click on okay. This is what we have done. One staging we have completed. One staging we have completed. If I go to here release, okay, I'm having one release here, click on edit. See, this development stage we have done. Now, like this, we want two more stages, QA and prod. For that, what I'll do, I'll select this stage. I have selected this stage. I'll come here and I'll say here clone stage. See, I'm showing you the steps again. Click on this one, select here and say clone stage. The stage got cloned. Okay, I'll click on this one. I'll say this one would be my QA. This one will be my QA. I'll click on one job, two tasks. Everything I'll just keep it as save. Okay, so mostly I'll say here now QA. I'm saying here now QA. And here port bindings, I'll take it as 82. Okay, the time that we want to set here 15 minutes only, because our project is getting executed in 8 minutes. So I'm still giving 15 minutes. It is more than sufficient for us. Okay, fine. So that is what the time slot I'm giving it to her, to this. And I'll say here port binding for this one, I'll take it as 82. Done. I click on save. If you want, you can say here design QA stage. Like this also, you can pass the comments. Come to release, click on edit. Okay, dev and QA. Dev and QA. I click on this one, this stage. I'll say here clone this stage. Now I'll give this stage name as what? Prod. This is what name I'm giving it as prod. Click here. Okay. Same things I'm giving. I'll just change this to 83. You can keep same port number also. It doesn't matter. Fine. IS deployment. This is very important. Nothing you change. Only if this much also, only if this one thing you change, that is sufficient. If you are keeping same for all the stages, it will get failed because the CI/CD pipelines will get confused here if you are giving the same deployment group for all the three stages. So respectively, you have to choose dev, prod, QA. If you're having dev, prod, pre-prod, stage, multiple, then you have to create multiple deployment groups. I'm going here for a prod DG. All this is fine. Save, say here, design the prod stage. Design the prod stage. Okay, done. Click on release pipeline. Say here, edit. Now see, if you see these release pipelines, how it is happening, how it is doing, it is something like a train boogie. Now, how we are having train boogies? Train boogies are one by one, one by one, one by one. Dev, after dev, QA, after QA, prod, after prod, something like this. Prod is the last one always. It's like a train boogies. So what is happening here? If we trigger now the CI/CD pipelines, first dev will get trigger. Okay, if dev pass, if dev succeed, then only QA will get trigger. If QA is passed, QA succeed, then only prod will get trigger. So prod is dependent on QA, QA is dependent on dev. This is called dependent release pipelines. In interviews, they will ask you dependent release pipeline, parallel release pipelines. Okay. So like this, multiple designing we can do in the CI/CD pipelines. Multiple designings we can do. This is what dependent release pipeline, wherein until and unless one stage is completed, the next stage will not start. Means what? First, the .NET web application will get deployed in dev server. If it is pass, if the deployment of that web application in dev server is completed, then only it will deploy in QA. If it is succeeded in QA, then only it will deploy in prod. Like this, it happens. Like this it happens. So what I'll do, this is also one type of requirements in some projects. In some projects, what they will do, they will tell you, let the application deploys in dev and QA in parallel in one shot. If dev and QA deployed successfully, perfectly, then let us go to prod. In that case, what we'll do, I'll just click on this one. I'll just click on this one. I'll say here after release. See what is happening now. Dev and QA will run in parallel. Now QA won't wait for dev. Either dev will get fail, either dev will get succeed, or dev even not started. Dev is not even starting also, some problem. QA won't care. QA just goes on individually, independently. In this case, QA is dependent on dev. Guys, very important for interviews. Please understand this designing. Okay, I'm telling you. Fine. So here QA is dependent on dev, prod is dependent on QA. If I'm saying here now, very simple, just little practice is needed here. Both are independent. But one thing, prod is dependent on QA. Prod is dependent on QA here. If you want to make prod also independent, then this is the design. This is what I'm showing you in the material. In the material, if you see here somewhere I have shown now. This is all theoretical information, what all I'm explaining now. That is here in the materials of C, development, QA, and prod. Three are individually independent with each other. Okay, something like this. No, this design is not recommended, because anything that you do directly, it is not recommended to deploy in the prod. Okay, what we'll do instead, we'll go to release, we'll click on edit. I'll say here on this one, I'll say here, okay. I'll say here after stage, after QA stage. This is the most practiced one. This is the most practiced one. What I am doing here, I am saying that this should be dependent on QA. If I want it to be on after dev, sometimes it happens like this also. Some of the projects. Okay. If it is doing good in dev, okay, then it will execute it after dev only. It will get executed after dev only. Okay. Or the connection is multilingual. The connection is multilingual. How it is happening? Anyhow, after dev, it will get started. Okay. After QA also, it will get started. After QA, see, it is prod is connected to dev, prod is connected to QA also. Multiple designs, guys. I'm just showing it to you. Okay, 3-4 ways of designs. Accordingly, as per the project requirement, that it will vary. It will vary. Okay. So I'll just say here after stage, I'll go after QA. This one is the standard one. Mostly I have also seen in projects like this only. Dev, QA, and then prod. We are having one more stage here. Dev, QA, pre-prod, then prod. Pre-prod. That is kind of staging environment also they will consider. Depends upon. Now, one more thing. One more thing. I'll click here on one job, two tasks. Okay. Here all the settings I have done. Mostly it is same only. Okay. The time allotment I have given, deployment group I have given, and port number I have set. Everything is done. I'll just click on save. Okay, fine. I'll come here to release. I click on edit. And here I'll click on this pre-deployment conditions. What I'll do, I'll say here now, see, I'll say here approvals, pre-deployment approvals. What I'm saying here, this prod stage should be approved by my technical lead, my technical architect. If he approves, then only the code should get deployed or the application should get deployed in the prod server, else no. Let us take that technical architect is someone, okay, this gentleman, Kiddu, and you are giving him some time also. You are saying that he should be approved within 5 hours. or you can say he should be approved within 10 hours, or you can say he should be approved within 10 minutes. He can be approved within 45 minutes, or he should be approved within 30 days. Any time, anything you can set, your choice. I'll just say here he should be approved within 45 minutes. Fine. The user requesting a release or deployment should not approve it. Okay. Requesting user should not approve it. If you check this box, then it is not possible. So I'll uncheck this one. Skip approval if the same approver approve the previous stage. Okay. Previous stage means this one. He has already approved the previous stage. Then for to run this stage, it will be skipped here. Something like this. Okay, fine. I'll just set up these conditions here. Okay. And then I'll click on close. Now see here, if you notice, here it is highlighted with blue color. See, here it is white color. See the background of this box. Blue color, blue color. Means what? It means that this is checked mark. This is checked mark. These are not checked mark. See, not checked mark. It means that pre-approval condition is applied here. Pre-approval conditions are applied here. Whatever it is. Either it's a, like you can set up here multiple users also if you want it. That not required, I believe. Okay. This is what I am setting up here. And then triggers, when it should get triggered, after this stage, after release, or manually. I told you, whenever we want, we can do it manually also. Okay. Based upon the demand, based on the need, we can select this option. Okay. Fine. And then see, schedule. You can set this to schedule also. If you say here enable, what you are doing an automation. You are doing an automation here. You are saying that pre-approval deployment is fine. And I also want this to be deployed. I have to set this for all the stages, not only for this one stage. Same. Or for other stages also, it is same like this only. I'm showing just for prod. I want that it should automatically, okay, schedule means it should automatically run on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, these 4 days at 5 a.m. in the morning. 5 a.m. in the morning. Something. I'll take the Indian time zone. Where is the Indian time zone? India, Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai. Yeah. Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai. Something like this. If you want, you can schedule for 3 days if you want it. It's your choice. Okay, it's your choice. This you have set it up. Fine. So I'll just close this one. And then all things are ready now. I'll just say here, click on save. Okay. All designing is completed. Say here, okay. Click on create release. And what is my plan? Dev and QA should go in parallel without dependent on each other. Once QA is completed successfully, then prod should go. And when prod is executing, approvals and all these things will be asked. That also I'll show runtime, in runtime. Okay. Now I'll say here triggering the release pipeline. Okay. For hosting the .NET web application. For hosting the .NET web application. Started. It is started now. See here now. Two are going in parallel. Two are going in parallel. In progress. If you now come here in your dev server, if you search here for IAS, you won't get anything. See, you are not getting anything. You are not getting anything. It means that it will deploy the web application. Also, it will deploy the IAS in your servers. This is what QA server. See, this is QA server. This is what? This is dev server. So in dev and QA, the process in progress. Yesterday, if you guys remember, it took some 8 to 9 minutes. It took some 8 to 9 minutes, and today also it will take that much time, and then it will proceed. Okay. So just hold on, let it get completed. No, no, no. Pre-prod is again a separate stage. Pre-prod is again a separate stage, and after that prod. I am showing you with 3 stages. In some projects, we are having 3 stages like this, or in some projects, you would be having 4 stages also, like dev, QA, pre-prod, then prod. Like this also, you would be having it. Pre-prod and prod are not same, separate stage, okay? So just hold on, guys. Let it get completed here. Hopefully, it will get finished. And once it is done, then how it will get stopped here, I'll show you. It immediately gets stopped here until it's approved by the architect who has been set there. Until he approves, it will not proceed further for the production stage. Okay. No, the approach for deployment on app services is completely different. I'll show that. Kumar, I'll show that in tomorrow's class. The approach is completely different on app services. So if you come here now, see, I'm just showing you the architecture diagram, how it is. Okay, see, initially we were having the .NET web application in our local repo. Correct, na? This one. Initially, we were having here in our this local repo. Right now, E drive, my local laptop. This was the project. The project we were having here in our local repo. Then we push to server repository. Then on top of server repo, we ran CI and generated the artifact. Then after that, here we ran a release pipeline, that is CD, to deploy our application on Azure VM as dev server. What we have done on dev server, we have deployed it on dev server. Then this we have done yesterday. This we have done yesterday. 2 days before, day before yesterday, we have done this one, right? Server repo. Then we push to, okay, CI, we have done the CI, build, we have done CI, then we have done CD. And today what we are doing, okay, here we are doing CD again. Today also we are doing CD. Here we'll continue the release pipeline to deploy the application in Azure VM as in QA and prod servers. As in QA and prod servers. That is what we are doing here in QA and prod servers. Just keep refreshing your browser here. Okay, your stages, then it will show you the deployment. Getting, guys, is that clear? This is what the architecture diagram. Okay, fine. So hold on for a minute. I'll just remove this. Okay, this is something different, guys. This is what I'm doing is not related to you. No need to be panic here. Okay. This is something different, not related to you. Again, I am telling. It's really awesome. Oh, pathetic, man. This is not related to you, guys. This is something different. Okay. So don't get confused here, please. This is something my R&D that I'll do as part of my learning also. Guys, I'll also do a lot of practice. I'll also explore new services in cloud computing as part of my project requirement, as part of my learning and all. So you have to be like this only, guys. I'm telling you. Okay, in any field these days, there is a lot of competition. So you have to keep exploring. Yeah, right. These are, yeah, Synapse and Data Lake both are data warehouses where it will be used by data engineers, Azure data engineers. Okay, so let us see whether this one is completed or not. No, it's still going on. Okay, super. See, dev is succeeded and QA is succeeded. Both are succeeded. See now, prod is not starting by itself. Prod is not starting now. Why it is not starting? Because it has to be approved by someone. Then only it will start. Okay. If I say here deploy, I'll say here, okay, deploy. See what it is doing, pending approval. What it is showing here, pending approval. Who has to approve? This person has to approve. This person has to approve. I have logged in with this person mail ID only. I have logged in with this mail ID only. Now, that's what it is showing here. See, Kidu baby, Kidu baby. Fine. So I'll say here approve now. I'll give any comments like good work or good designing, anything, any suggestion, any comments I can give here. And I'll say here approve. Okay, if there is any mistake, something went wrong. See, timeout time we have given about 45 minutes. That is what it is showing here, 45 minutes. In 45 minutes, I have to approve. I can give some comments and I'll say here approve. Else, I can give some comments, I can reject here. If I'm very busy, okay, I cannot approve, I can reassign it to someone. I can reassign it to someone, some other senior member or some other architect. Many options you are having. Defer deployment for later. Means what? Defer later means I'm saying that do this deployment instead of now, tomorrow. Tomorrow at 18 hours, 30 minutes. Means tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. IST. Approve. If I say here approve, then it will not deploy now. It will deploy tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Okay. Tomorrow, 9th January. Many options I'm having. I'm just saying here, okay. Good job. Good job. Okay. Something I'm just giving for the, to appreciate and then say here approve. Now see, it has started. Okay. It will start. Now it will start. Just take see, it has started. In progress. In progress. Now it will take some time and it will proceed now. It will proceed. Proceed means it will start deploying the application in the prod server also. Now, if you come here, if you come to dev, if you say here IIS, okay, click on this IIS. Okay, expand this one as usual. This we have done yesterday also. We are seeing the site here. This is our Naresh web app. Expand this one. Okay. Browse the website. You are seeing where in dev app, in dev server. You are seeing in dev server. Same you can do here in your QA also. Okay, Naresh web app. This is what we have given the app name. Say here, browse. You are going to see your website here. It will take, initially it will take some time. See, same website we have seen. See, This web app only, na? We are deploying this web app only, na, guys? Yes or no? Correct, na? We are deploying this web app only, na? So this web app, what you are seeing, the same you are going to see here in QA also. You are going to see here in prod also. Just close this stuff. Many things will get open here. See, same web app has been deployed. So what we have done, we have deployed the web application, okay, from local repo to server repo, from local repo to cloud server, basically. Okay, cloud server repo we have done already long back. Now from local repo to cloud server means Azure VM via Azure CI CD pipeline. That's it, guys. This is the end. Fine. So once it is completed here also, sorry. So it's just 2 minutes completed. It will take some time. Okay. Getting or not? So this is different. And I'll check. Pipelines are still executing. Yeah, succeeded. In prod also, it is succeeded. Super. See, guys, for me, all things are getting succeeded, right? All these steps, what all is there. Okay. All this we have done. For me, it is succeed.